I get hundreds of DMs each week, each month, and generally speaking, the questions are normally quite similar. So in today's video, I want to give you 5 messages that I get on repeat, and I'm going to try my best to answer them because hopefully it'll be able to help you all in the masses. Now, I don't give people medical advice in Instagram DMs. I am incredibly busy. And when I say that, I don't just mean, I'm busy. No, my days are back to back. I often don't get lunch. I start early, finish late. I'm lucky if I get time to pee. So to be sat in DMs, messaging people back, it just takes me way too long for the amount that I'm getting. Now, I will always try to voice note somebody back and just say, look, I'm really sorry. I can't give you advice in an Instagram DMs or on social media. And actually, I'm starting to alter my view on it a little bit because I just think that people, if your car was broken down, would you ring your car mechanic and say, my car feels a bit funny, do you know what I can do to make it better? You wouldn't. Would you ring your dentist and say, oh, my tooth's hurting, what can I do to make it better? You wouldn't do any of those things. And yet with ACL Rehab, people often just, I don't know if you want advice for free or you just don't know what you're doing. I'm really not sure. And I do not ever try to be judgmental on this because I don't know the shoes that you're walking in, right? And I've walked in similar shoes myself. But equally speaking, I think you've got to take responsibility and you can't just be landing in Instagram experts' DMs expecting an answer about your knee condition that they've never seen you for. I do know that social media ACL online experts are replying to messages and sending long messages back because people tell me. And you've got to think a bit. Do you want to eat in a restaurant that's really busy? Or do you want to go to a restaurant that's not very busy? You want to go to one that's busy, right? Do you want an expert helping you that's got all the time in the world to sit replying back and forth, or that just doesn't know their worth and that just happy to sit there and do nothing all day? Or do you want an expert who's actually busy and actually in clinic? So on that note, let me get my phone. Let me go through some of these messages that I get. Number 1, when will my knee feel normal again? This is quite a good one. Generally speaking, by about 6, 8, 9 months, your knee feels good, it feels fine. Now, if you go on a flight, if you go on a long car journey, or you do loads and loads of steps that's a bit out of the blue for you, your knee might feel a bit achy, you might have to give it a bit of a rub and think, oh, it feels a bit achy today. Not sore, but it just feels a bit achy. That is right up until I think about 9 months for most people. However, what do some people determine normal and not normal? Because that one's quite concerning as well. Because some people will say, my knee's clicking, when does that feel normal? When will that go away? My knee is really stiff in the morning, when does that feel normal? So it's quite difficult, but stiffness and stuff like that, the first few weeks is terrible. I remember that on my ACL surgery and just thinking, geez, every single day I'm waking up, my knee feeling the same. You have to release it and grease it and prime it until it starts to feel normal, like that you can move it, you can walk on it. But I think generally for most people, 6 to 9 months onwards, your knee feels normal. You can, you've had a bit of surgery, but it shouldn't be feeling kind of swollen, stiff, and that type of feelings, I would say, are not normal. But feeling normal again by about 6 to 9 months, but you've got to determine your normal. If you've got swelling, extension lag, flexion lag, and you are way past 6 months and stuff like that, that's not normal. Something needs reviewing in your rehab ASAP. This is another one. Had surgery, don't know what to do. My physio appointment isn't for several weeks. Can you help? If I get that message once, I must get it. Oh, I must get it 30 times a day. I'm not kidding. What really irritates me with ACL rehab is that surgeons do the surgery and there's no physio plan in place. I think personally, you should not be able to have ACL surgery unless you can answer a set of 5 questions. What's your main priorities after surgery? You need that physio appointment, but whether that's the NHS, American healthcare, whatever, you must be seeing a physio within 5 to 7 days maximum. I do not see my ACLers any longer really than 5 days. Because by that point, if they're not feeling great or they're not able to interpret the program I've given them, I can step in and go, what are you doing? Your knee's not straight, you're not bending it, you're not walking, what are you doing? Gives me an opportunity to check in nice and early and get rid of any bad habits. So some people are messaging and they don't have an appointment for like 3 or 4 weeks. And then even worse, I say to people, look, you need physio straight away. Go on my YouTube, go on my page. There's loads of exercises that you can start doing. And they go, nah, I think I'll wait till I see the physio. Why you ask me then? Like, why have you actually asked my help? And then I've taken the time to read the message and actually reply. And you go, no, I'll wait till I've seen my physio, I think. I don't want to start too soon. Biggest mistake you can make. The biggest mistake in ACL rehab is sitting on the sofa and expecting it to get better. Doesn't work like that. So get the ACL recovery guide, check out my exercises, just start your physio straight away. And if it's a private physio and they're not seeing you for weeks after, there's a problem. I leave specifically about 3 slots into the following week because if one of my patients get their surgery, I need to be able to see them. So I've always got those slots, and that's why I don't overtake patients on, because I just don't have the time. It would put me under so much pressure thinking, I'm fully booked, but my patients just had surgery, I need to see them now. I can't do it. So that's how I do it, but you need to be starting your physio straight away. Not a week later, not until you've got the stitches out, literally straight away. And I can't help you online, no. Is it normal for my knee to swell again or pain after starting to run again? No, it's not normal. And if it is, you've missed something off your rehab, or something hasn't been done right, or something's not right within that knee. You need to then figure it out. Have you actually passed your strength test to run, your criteria? That is not kicking into your physio's hand. It's leg press 1.25 times your body weight, 10 rep max, leg extension, half your body weight, hamstring curl, half your body weight, single leg sit to stands, 25 plus reps. There's a list, okay? You must pass that list. Then you must do pre-running drills. So that's drills like, this camera's gonna track me. It's not gonna track me today, but let me just show you. So pre-running drills is basically getting your body ready to run. Come on, oh, it's not gonna show me. But you're talking stuff like toe taps and pogos, really light, low load, activities that's going to get your body ready to actually run and get used to the pounding. If you've not passed your strength criteria, you've not done your pre-running drills, your knee will be swollen and your knee will have pain when you start running. So loads of people come to me with that problem actually, and I don't really know how to solve it. I did an ACL return to run checklist for people to actually buy and go through and do my pre-running drills, and I've done the ACL recovery guide, but it's one of those things. Some people just believe their physio. They think their physio is 100% right, and they trust them. And actually, they're not. They're not up to date with ACL criteria. And some people just don't want to make the effort. You know, there's a guide out there. My ACL recovery guide, 89 quid. Like literally, just get it because everything on there is listed clearly, and you know what to do from pre-surgery to post-surgery to returning to running to returning to sport safely. So sometimes you just got to help yourself. Right. Next one. My physio said my extension will come with time, but it hasn't. Any tips? And again, go through my page. There's hundreds of extension tips. You know, coming to me direct. I can't write you a program. I don't know your medical conditions. I feel like I'm really repeating that today, but I really want people to understand that. But extension will not get better with time. It just won't. It makes no sense. Your knee doesn't know what time it is. You need to work on your extension 3 to 4 times per day, minimum, both lying down and standing up. Trust me, if you watch my 2-week post-surgery vlog, you will see how much extension I actually did. And if you look in the ACL recovery guide, there is extension and flexion and how to come off crutches drills that you need to do daily. And if you don't, you won't get the results. Because my patients are all getting extension and flexion so early, and people using the ACL guide are doing the same thing. It's not luck, it's just targeted rehab. So don't beat yourself up if your extension isn't coming with time, because it never will, but start to have a little look and think, I don't think that's right. Like Tilly's saying, extension's got to come with exercises. I need to do the right exercises for my knee at the right time. Again, that's why the ACL recovery guide is backed on progression criteria, so it's not on time. Don't beat yourself up, but do something about it, because extension is a gatekeeper. Can't go back to the gym without extension, can't come off crutches without extension, can't run without extension, you certainly cannot return to sport, okay? Okay, final one. Oh, when can I go back to sport? When can I return to sport? And some people now are a bit cheeky because they will message me and be like, my physio said I can go back to sport. We've done this, this and this, what do you think? And it puts me in a really sticky situation because I read it, of course I do, and I'm like, no, you shouldn't be returning to sport because the tests you've done have been made up. Like, they are not right, but I just think, who am I to meddle? But equally, I'm not going to let somebody return to sport when they've told me they've not done the right testing. But I will go back to that person and I'll say, it's not the right testing, that's not what I would do. I don't recommend that you return to sport. And they go, well, what do I do? And it's like, that's really difficult then because my hands feel tired. And then I go down this rabbit hole of reading people's messages all the time and feeling really insufficient and that I can't help everybody. Anyway, back to that question. When can you go back to sport? Criteria based. So generally speaking, most people, it's at 12 months. We know the earlier you return before 12 months, your risk increases massively. So getting to 12 months in a time criteria is fine. That's the only time we really look at time. So 12 months to return to sport safely. But if you get to 12 months and you haven't passed your return to sport testing, you are not going back just because it's 12 months. That is not going to work. If you pass your return to sport testing at 9 months, I would say to my patients, go back into light training, non-contact please, but get that stimuli through your body. And then as we go to 10 and 11 and 12 months, we'll start gradually into contact. So by the time you get to 12 months, you're ready to play. I'm fine with that, but you must pass all the strength tests, all of the hopping and agility and ability tests. And that is so, so important. I can't reiterate how important that is. Because if you don't do that, you are increasing your risk of re-injury. So it's not about time. And I hear so many horror stories, honestly, of people that's like 6 months post-op and the physio said to them, do triple hop. And they've done the triple hop and then they come to me and go, my knee's killing me. It's really hurting ever since I did the triple hop. And it's like, yeah, it will do because you're not ready to triple hop. And the physio said, yeah, you'll be all right to go back to sport. Like, you will not be all right to go back to sport, or not safely anyway. So that is some of the most common questions I get, but I do get so many messages on Instagram. And I don't want this to feel like I'm moaning at all because I feel in a really nice position that you all trust me and you've reached out to me because you think I'm a source of information and a trusted one at that. So that's really, really important to me, and don't ever underestimate that and allow me to come across like I don't value it, because I do so much. But equally, please understand that I'm the type of person that lays awake in the middle of the night constantly thinking, how can I help more people? How can I help more people? What can I do? And that is why I did build the ACL Recovery Guide. I didn't make it to sell something. God, no, I'm not that clever for a start. But two, I just made it because I care so much. And I was in your position where you can't afford one-to-one rehab, or you don't know who to trust. And we're all doing it on these packages nowadays, on subscriptions, not just pay as you need it like me. And the ACL Recovery Guide is well, it's amazing actually, because it's gone far further than I could have ever imagined it to. And although it's helping thousands of people at this point, I still don't feel like it's enough. But I think that sometimes, like I said at the start of the video, you have to take responsibility. You know, you wouldn't ring your lawyer or your dentist and ask for free advice. You'd have to pay or make an appointment. So yes, I don't want to come across like I'm moaning that people message me. It's not that at all. I just wish sometimes people would take a little bit more responsibility for their knee and their rehab journey. But there is the ACL Recovery Guide. I'll link it below. And I'm also going to link as well a inside guide that I made for ACLers for free, which tells you everything you need to know about picking a surgeon, what's normal, what's not normal, how to avoid certain types of therapists. And I put that together more recently over the weekend because I just want you all to have a bit more information about the key things that people often ask me, so that you've got a free resource for that. But if you want a paid option, it's £89 and you can get my Complete ACL Recovery Guide, which is step by step, as I've said before, video demos, all done by me in my clinic. And yeah, I'll link everything below. But if you've liked this video, please subscribe, please like, and I will see you hopefully in the next one.